What's going on, you guys? Frost here, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'll be talking about jungle pathing and overall the best way to clear your jungle with this new preseason. I've been getting this quite a bit, so for that reason, I'll make a quick video on it. Now, there are three ways of actually clearing your jungle. The first one is a full clear, which is shown by me playing Diana right here. Diana is one of the few champions that can actually do a full clear without any troubles. There are other champions. You want to think of champions that have either a lot of sustain or just multiple ways of doing AoE damage to camps. Because when it comes to clearing your Raptor camp or your Krug camp, if you don't have too much AoE damage, then you're gonna have quite a bit of trouble clearing those camps. Also, you only want to do this type of clear if you're against a non-counter jungler. Because if you're against like a counter jungle champion like Ivern, for example, then doing this clear can result in you losing your either blue or red buff, depending on which side you started. Also, Diana is a champion that requires you to pretty much start on blue most of the time, because if you don't start on your blue buff, then she can run into some trouble when it comes to clearing mana problems for the most reason. As you can see, when it comes to clearing Wraith, for example, if you attack one of the Wraith minions, for example, then they all group together. And if you have AoE clearing abilities, then it makes it really easy to just hit them all down for a quick camp clear. Also, when it comes to clearing your Wraith camp, smiting the big Wraith really helps you in surviving that camp. Because the small ones can be kited, but the big one is always going to deal damage to you because he is a ranged type of Wraith. So for that reason, if you have Smite up and if you're playing a jungler that doesn't clear as well as Diana does, and you still want to be able to full clear, I would advise saving your Smite for the big Wraith, because that camp is going to give you the most trouble if you don't use your Smite on it right there. Now, as you can see, Diana is very quick at clearing it. She pretty much clears this at the 4-minute mark, which is honestly is really quick, especially for this new jungle, especially the Krug camp. Let's be honest, this camp, is pure bullshit. So yeah, that's pretty much a full clear. After this, you just back and then you just start your clear again. Now, for another clear, this is a clear that every single jungler in the game can do. Literally every jungler can do this clear. It is a very simple clear. You just start on either one of your buff camps. It doesn't matter which one. Even if you're a mana champion, it doesn't matter which one you start on, because your first camp you're gonna get help with from either your bot lane or your top lane, depending on which side you start. So on that front, it doesn't matter. Then the rest of the clearing, you're gonna get to your other buff pretty quick without having to spam a lot of mana abilities. Let's say you were playing Olaf, for example, you would be able to start on your red buff pretty easily if you just get some help from your bot lane, and you can just run straight to your wolf camp right after, and then wolf, blue, gromp, and you're easily there, even though you use a lot of mana to clear your camps. So using this jungle clear, it's viable on every single jungler, and it's a really good clear to do, because with this jungle clear right here, with clearing your gromp, blue, wolves, and red buff, if you can either do two things at that stage. You can either back, which is fine if you're quite low, because some junglers can get quite low from this. So if you're low, you can back and then just pick up your jungle clear again from Krugs, Wraiths, and then Wolves, Gromp, and you will have your entire clear done pretty much. Like, you'll be, I think, level 5-ish. So yeah, that's a viable clear. You can also gank right after you clear your last camp in that rotation. So yeah, there's a lot of options there. Now, for this final one, this is an anti-counter jungling one. You would have to either ask your bot lane to ward for you, or you need to ward for yourself. If you ward for yourself, you want to ward at 120 and then run to the other side. You always want to be at the top side of your jungle when the jungling starts, because that is the most likely camp that is going to get stolen from you first. Whether this is your blue or red buff, the enemy that's counter jungling you will most likely go to your top side first. So if you ward your bot side yourself, or if you ask your bot lane to ward it for you, which is better, then you will be able to always get away with clearing 3 camps, being level 3 and having all your buffs. As you can see, the ward placed at 120 is still up and is still showing the camp. If this camp would be gone, if the enemy would counter jungle this camp right there, and I had that ward on it, I could just straight up walk to his camp, his red buff in this situation, and clear that for free, because I know he will not be there at that time. So this is pretty much a very quick video showing you guys the ways of clearing your jungle. You will have to test out some things yourself, which one you like most. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!